Okay everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come and sit around the front of the room. We all go to the front of the class. Monica's already raised some chairs for us. She's a great president. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. She's not wrong. I'm most likely going to ruin everything. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've has some pamphlets we can give out during the event. I look at the poster I've been working on. It doesn't really look good. I hope she won't look at it. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. I have completely forgotten about that. What will I do? How am I supposed to perform in front of an audience? I'll just end up failing. Even if I write a great poem, my performance will be bad. It looks like I'm not the only one worried though. Perform? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori put it on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. She looks at me. It seems as though she expects me to show her what I made. I hold it up. Monica nods. I'm pretty sure she likes her better. After all, she's already put some up around the school. Why do I have to make more? Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already stop putting those posters up, did you? Monica was really disappointed. She was so proud of her idea. Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. Don't tell me they're going to have another heated argument. I don't want any of this again. I'm not staying here if they do. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. She shakes her head. She's so embarrassed. The good mood everyone had is now gone. It looks like Monica is the only one enjoying this moment. I want everyone to have fun during the festival, even if I don't want to attend, but... Guys... No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Monica gives everyone a compassionate smile. It looks like she understands how hard it is to breach one's own comfort zone. Sorry, I had to reset the recording because my audio recording was actually counting down instead of counting up, so I was kind of worried that it was just going to stop randomly, so I had to reset. it. Also, midnight. Been recording for 3.5 hours now. But goddammit, I want this to end, so if I fall asleep during this, then I'll just cut it out and continue tomorrow. So yeah. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri had never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot of asked for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kinda overlooked that. So I'm sorry. I'd like to side with Natsuki and Yuri, because I really don't want to perform. But this club is Monica's pride and joy. I can't let her work go to waste, even if it's going to be embarrassing. And even if I end up hating myself more so than I do now, I will do it. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what Liturgy is all about. I can't deny that all the things she said was right. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. Monica flashes me a big smile, but Yuri and Natsuki don't seem too convinced. Larry looks like he's thinking. I wonder if he's interested in doing a performance. Will he side with Natsuki? That's right. And if it's those reasons that we're all in this club today, don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of people for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. She's really persuasive. Is that why she was on the debate team? At this point it's just manipulation. Not that it's a bad thing, of course. They remain silent. Larry looks at me. He seems worried too. I still can't tell if he wants to do it or not. I see him ponder for a moment and then he finally decides to speak. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. I can't believe what I'm hearing. So Larry really is interested in our activities? I feel some kind of warmth in my heart. Maybe this day isn't as bad as I thought it was. Well, maybe, but as soon as Larry intervened, Natsuki's behavior changed. Does she? It's pretty clear that she does. Ooh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright, now we just need to convince Yuri. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri looks away with a worried expression. I hate myself for forcing her, but I want the club to be successful. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. Seeing her face reminds me of what I saw. Maybe it's because of that type of situation that she does those kinds of things. Maybe my fault. However, it doesn't really look like she's upset. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. It'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We'll be doing practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Once again, everyone is worried. I get out an old poem from my bag. I think it's fairly similar to the one I wrote today, so I hope Larry will like it. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, then how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Without even thinking, I raised my hand. Can I go next? Of course. I don't know why I asked, I just felt like it. I don't think I'll be able to recite it properly. But maybe Larry will appreciate it. Or maybe I'm just being too hopeful. It's too late now anyway. Now let's see. She flips open her notebook and skims through it. She looks focused. After a few moments, she starts behind the podium and happily meets all of our gazes. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika stands tall with proud posture. She begins reciting the poem. She speaks clearly and loudly. I can tell she's practiced this. I feel so absorbed by her words. It's as if she is the only one in the room. I glance at my surroundings. Larry's face is relaxed into a natural smile. Why does this scene feel so powerful? Yuri and Natsuki both look focused. Are they trying to read into Monika's words? When Monika finishes her recitation, I am speechless. That was incredible. I couldn't think of anything else except her. I couldn't think of anything else except her and her poem. Four of us applaud. Monika's out of breath. She smiles at us. That was so good, Monika. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I take a deep breath as I prepare to perform. I don't even want to think about myself right now. I want to focus on my recitation. He was right. I'm really getting absorbed by it. I'll go next. Whoa! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri is ready to start reading. I'm kind of disappointed. I really wanted to read. But it's my role to make everyone happy, so I might as well let her read. This poem is called... She anxiously glances around her. She's a bit like me. She supposedly wanted to read her poem and she's lost now. Will it be the same for me? You can do it, Yuri. Yuri gives a determined look and nods her head. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. As she starts reading her poem, I can tell she's feeling a bit uneasy. Her voice shakes and her breathing is irregular. This makes me wonder why she was so eager to come up and read in front of everyone. Is it because she wants to prove she's worth something? I've been comparing the two of us to another ever since our interaction outside the club room. I should stop doing that. After a few lines, Yuri's voice changes and she stops looking at us. She's so absorbed by her own poem, it's impressive. I wouldn't say it's as powerful as Monika's, but her poem really pulls you in. She may not actually remember where she is. I really wonder what's going inside her head. She sounds like she's in her element. After reading the last sentence, she slowly lifts her head and looks at us. She shakes her head and realizes where she is. She looks embarrassed again. Larry is the first one to applaud. The rest of us begin clapping as well. Yuri seems very pleased. I think everyone is in disbelief. After all, it's pretty rare to see Yuri act so confidently. I'd love to tell her I'm proud of her, but I just end up looking stupid. She hurries back to her chair, her poem still in hand. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like she's not ready to talk yet. Did she push herself too far? I look around me. It looks like Natsuki isn't ready to go yet. I clench my poem and I stand up. Okay, I guess I'm next then. I walk to the podium. I have a big smile on my face, but I feel like I'm going to throw up. This definitely wasn't a good idea, especially after seeing the talents of Monika and Yuri. I'm far from being as good as these two. This one is called My Meadow. They're all looking at me. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. Sayori looks fed up. It's not my fault, I really don't feel good. It's a lot harder than I thought. Why did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it as you're reciting to other people. Imagine yourself reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come up best that way. I'll take a second or two to think about what Monica just told me. I'm doing this for myself. Nobody's around me. I see. Okay then. I begin reciting my poem. My voice shakes at first. For myself, no one's around. Oh, I haven't been giving you commentary or my feelings. I kind of want to go through the day and then I'll probably talk. And yeah, it's midnight, as I can prove by this. So, yeah. I can feel the fresh air around me. It's not like I'm in the club anymore. It's like I'm no longer in this world. It feels so peaceful. I kept reading my poem, the words flow out of my mouth. I rarely felt this good for my entire life. I read the last few words of my poem and I sigh. I want to stay here. I don't want to go. I'm back to the club. I don't know what just happened, but my recitation is over already. I did it. Larry stands up and smiles. Good job, Sayori. Even Larry liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? What did I say? I just was so focused on my poem and my performance that I thought out loud. He gives me a weird look and sits back down on his chair. Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. It might be that other poems couldn't work with that kind of delivery. What does she mean? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more focus behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. Just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. I practiced the poem of a higher difficulty while I was in the corridor, but I just can't put in as a strong emotion as the one I just recited. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. I think she just tried to make me understand my performance wasn't really good. I'm not really disappointed. I was expecting that. I'm just glad Larry somewhat enjoyed it. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Larry. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well get Larry lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. Why is it being so harsh towards him? I glance at Larry. He looks a bit hurt. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Larry stands up and lazily walks towards the podium. He won't admit it, but it looks like he's bothered by what Natsuki said. Everyone stops talking and looks at him. He's clearly embarrassed. He starts reciting his poem. Even though it's only composed of single words, I feel them reach into the bottom of my heart. He keeps nervously glancing at Natsuki as he reads it. Larry heavily sighs after he's done reading. Everyone claps. Natsuki has a huge smile on her face, but she stops as soon as she spots me looking at her. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki is acting tough, but I can tell she's very nervous. Is it because she doesn't want to perform in front of Larry? Still fiddling with that. We're getting really close to it though. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. She takes a deep breath and begins reading aloud her poem. She's trying to avoid our gazes as much as possible. It soon starts sounding like Yuri and Monika's recitations. Her poem is so cute, yet so deep. That's to be expected of her. Again, everyone applauds when she's done reading. She doesn't even smile and she goes to her seat without looking at us. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. She really tries to hide her shy personality. There's so much I don't know about all the people in this room. I know them for years, yet I discover things about them every day. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. She and I are polar opposites, yet I can relate to her so much. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Why is she being so unnecessarily aggressive? Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick up a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. I don't really know what I like to recite. Maybe I could try reading some more Parfaicos to find some inspiration? It worked pretty well this morning. The inspiration I felt a bit earlier still hasn't worn off. Today's a surprisingly enjoyable day. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Is Larry blushing? It's so cute. Monica really knows how to flatter people. The five of us put our points back in our bags. I'm glad this is over. It was enjoyable, but I'm really starting to feel tired. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I'm a bit apprehensive. There will be so many people. Will I have to spend time there alone? I'm pretty sure Larry will be at the festival with Natsuki. Maybe better for me to act sick or... No, this day is going well. I can't start acting like a stupid shut-in. Maybe the club will need my help. I can't let them down. I can't be selfish. Yuri, however, is already starting to stress out over the festival. I need like a setting right between the two that I've been getting, but I need something in between. I can do this, I can do this. Alright. Larry stands up and stretches. He looks somewhat satisfied with what he's done today. He looks around the room. I can't help but notice that he's gazed up a few seconds on Natsuki. He smiles for a second and turns to me. Ready to go, Sayori? What? He's the one asking me to go now? Today's definitely a great day. Maybe things aren't as horrible as they seemed at first glance. Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? What are they saying? I just want to spend time with Larry. It's not as if I found it to... Well... It's not their business anyway. Jeez guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice though. Well... Larry looks very hesitant all of a sudden. It looks like he no longer wants to walk home with me. Is he that ashamed? I can't let myself think about those things. I'm walking with him. I'm walking home with him. It's the only thing that matters right now. It's okay, Larry, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I may have sounded a bit harsh, but he looked so embarrassed that I couldn't just leave him like that. We'll both make our ways out of the club room. Larry waves at Natsuki as we leave. We haven't really spoken to one another since we left the school. Is something on his mind? He's not paying attention to his surroundings. Now that I think about it though, today was a pretty good day. Of course there was that classroom incident and Yuri. But Larry looks like he enjoyed his time at the club today, and I also managed to recite my poem in front of everyone. Maybe things are gradually getting better? Hey Sayori. I jerk my head up. Is he talking to me? Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Wait, what am I saying? The situation just felt right and I wanted to know. No, I'm just stupid. I'll ruin everything. So let's just say that one day Natsuki asks to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. He looks very confused. I hate myself. I was going just fine. I let my selfishness ruin everything again. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. So he wouldn't mind leaving me for Natsuki? I'm really disappointed. I should stop trying to lie to myself. But if that's what he wants, I can only respect his decision. Natsuki is a great person after all. It would be better for his health to stay with her rather than with me. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Haha, you admitted it. Now just teasing him and acting fake as usual. I got to enjoy the afternoon at least. I'm grateful. Jeez, there's not even any point of speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. No! This is drifting towards another subject again. Why don't I just shut up? It'll make Larry's life easier. Need you? Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. At least he's honest. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Larry looks away. It looks like I really made the situation awkward. Of course I had to ask that question. Why did I think it would be a good idea in the first place? My arm stings. I have forgotten about it. Is it here to remind me how bad of a person I am? I'll see you tomorrow, not... Oh, I'm sorry, Sayori. I'll see you tomorrow. See you, Larry. Just as I thought, he was thinking about Natsuki. I wonder he'll try her again for tomorrow. I slowly approach my house. I really don't want to be in there alone again. But I guess I have no choice.